Well, hello there, YouTube. This is Mr. Gibson Guy. Thank you for stopping by my channel. It really means a lot to me when somebody clicks on that little icon and they come up with one of my videos to watch. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do that. I'll just put in a little public service note for all the content creators. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, but if you watch something that somebody's made and you like it, click subscribe. It's a big help to everybody. I've now, as you see from this video, I don't have to collect subscribers anymore, but I always want to add subscribers because that means you're going to see my videos more often when I do another video. And so that's the greatest thing that you can do on YouTube when you watch a video is if you hit that subscribe button. But now I got that out of the way, my public service announcement for YouTube. And so let me tell you about this video. I call this one, How I Got My YouTube Channel Monetized. I'll give you just a little bit of some of my background stats here. Currently, as of today, I joined on September 16th, 2011. 2011, so that's coming up on just about 24 years now. We'll reach 25 years, yeah. About to reach 25 years. I'm sorry, 15 years. Better do the math right. So, read this anyway without math problems. I currently, from what I was just talking to you about, I currently have 1,266 subs. I'm running 268 videos, and so far I have amassed a total of 540,304 views. That's just over 500,000 for all my videos together. I have 23 different playlists, and I became a YouTube partner on January 3rd of this year, 2025. So how did I get started on YouTube? Obviously that was a long time ago. YouTube was not anywhere near as big a thing then than it is now. 15 years later, 14 years later. So, don't get into that again. So, what brought me into YouTube? I did not join YouTube thinking, oh boy, I'm going to make it rich as a YouTube content creator and have a great big YouTube channel. I didn't have any delusions of anything like that right from the start. When I first put a few little videos up on my YouTube channel, I would check it the next day and see, oh, I got 6 views. Oh boy, the video is really hitting it off. And I was thrilled that I was out in the world and my videos, just, 2 or 3 or 4 videos that I had at first were going out there and getting double digits, 11, 12 views, something like that. And so I'll just tell you the story here because I wrote down all my notes so I don't miss any points. I was playing in a local cover band that I had formed, and I thought that the band needed a YouTube page to show videos of the band as a promotional sort of thing for people that might want to hire our band to play at their pizza restaurant. So that way I could just give them a card with my Mr. Gibson Guy address on it, and they could go right to YouTube and they could click on the band playing this song or this song or this song, whatever. And we started building up some videos for that, but it was really just kind of promotional stuff. We didn't see ourselves really as YouTubers, but that's how I started. At the same time, I was teaching music lessons, and I thought, well, this might be a good way that I teach these kids these music lessons month after month and year after year, and their parents don't get to really hear what's going on with everything. So I thought if I can make some of these videos, and eventually I got a little little video camera, which I'm still using. I'm using it right now. That's how you're watching this. Bring that with me to lessons, and I can shoot videos if the parents are interested in it, put it on YouTube, and they can all show the grandparents the little kid doing their piano lesson or their guitar lesson or the flute lesson, whatever they were playing. So that was just a way to use YouTube for, you know, advancing what I was doing with teaching young kids music. Then along the side with that, because I was making all this money from teaching music and playing in a band, I bought a motorcycle and then another motorcycle, eventually I got 5 motorcycles. And those of you who have been with me have seen these motorcycles, and if you're new, you can go to my channel and hit the playlist till you find the motorcycles, and you can go back and you can review all those motorcycles. But I started doing reviews and videos on these motorcycles that I had, starting with Harley Davidson. And the thing is, I've had that Harley for 12 years now, and same motorcycle. I've just recently made a couple of videos on it that it's featured in, and I get hits on these videos just like I did 10 years ago when I first put the first Harley Sportster video up, and it jumped up to 3,500 views. And wow, I never thought I was going to get anything like that. But it was just me making videos and telling people what I liked about my motorcycle, what I didn't like about it, just kind of how you feel about it. And I got a lot of interest from doing those videos. And I did also accessories, helmets, boots, jackets, gloves, toolkits, all sorts of different motorcycle paraphernalia. And it was product reviews. And I have put posted some of those videos on the internet, and have manufacturers or sellers that carry my videos to show this motorcycle jacket or that leather vest, or, you know, all the different stuff like this. I did a helmet video that made like 40,000 views on a helmet. I don't think they ever even sold that many of those helmets, but I put it up on YouTube, got a lot of hits from it. So you never know what's going to happen. Then I also started collecting folding pocket clip knives, and I made several videos about them. The Mkusta company out of Seki City, Japan, they're knife builders, and I did some early reviews when they first started coming to the U.S. and you know, I would get 3,000 or 5,000 views in a week on these knives that people were very interested in, but they couldn't get much information because they just came out and there was hardly anything on YouTube. And the first person to put YouTube videos on was me. And so that made my videos pretty popular for a time. And so those folding knife videos, they're way down in the playlist, but they still get the views. And that's part of the cool thing with YouTube is if you're doing like news of the day, by nighttime your video is out of date. But if you're doing products that have come out on the market or go off the market or stuff like that, stuff that people are interested in, it stays current year after year after year after year. You know, and one of the cool things about YouTube is I can go on and I can see some video that I made 10 or 12 years ago and say, wow, I got 6 views on that last week. And you know, it's a 14-year-old video. Isn't that amazing? But that's one of the cool things about video and on YouTube, and that YouTube, when you get going in it and you can follow all the analytics, you can look up all kinds of stuff and demographics of who's watching your videos, everything like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff that YouTube does, and as you've been in it longer, you find more and click on this and click on that, and wow, I didn't know I could do this. And it gives you hints on how to get more views and how to advance your channel even more. So as time was going on, I was getting more and more involved in YouTube, still not taking it seriously, just as a fun thing. And I retired, and I have, retirement pay and Social Security, and my house is pretty much paid for, and I got a lot of stuff. I don't need to buy stuff very much anymore, so I don't really have any great need for money, but still, there's always in the back of your mind the idea, hey, maybe someday I might actually make it and get monetized. All I can do is just go on doing what I'm doing and see what happens. And so after 10 years of doing this stuff, I gave up teaching music lessons and didn't give up YouTube, but decided I had a little bit more time to devote to YouTube. So I started to expand the subject list for videos. And this is a big thing of message of what I want to get across to potential YouTubers who may be watching this YouTube video now, is that some people will, it's different for different people. Some people really push, you got to find yourself a niche and really specialize in it and really go for it. And I found that it's not really the subject, that's a secondary consideration. The main consideration is you want to get new viewers. You want to get people who are going to watch something else and say, hey, I joined because I want to see this knife video, but you have a motorcycle video. I want to see that. That's interesting. And you can get people to expand, and then they're more likely to subscribe, and they're more likely to help you move your channel, advance your channel forward down the road. And this was the perfect example. It was after I had retired, and I bought the house here, and I was living the easy life, and my truck was getting kind of old, and Ford had come out with a new pickup truck that they are just releasing called the Ford Maverick. And it was a pickup truck that was supposed to get 30 miles to a gallon of gas, and that's in the non-hybrid form, just a regular gas engine. And this truck looked very interesting, and I found out, Donna told me, she said there's a special going on at the Ford dealership, the one in Inverness and the one in Crystal River, and they are taking orders today if you want a Maverick. And they don't know when they will be taking orders again, but it's probably not going to be, and it wasn't for about 3 or 4 months before they even took orders again. But we went down to the Ford dealership, not because they had one to see, but because somebody's had shown up and there was a battery problem with it, so we could actually see in person and sit on the seats and see what this Ford Maverick was like. So we went there, saw the salesman. He took us in the back lot where their one bought Maverick was. We couldn't test drive it, but they let us check it out and sit in the seats, and it was real comfortable and really nice inside. So we ordered one, and I put a refundable $500 deposit down that they had asked, and I figured, well, that's all right. They said they'll give it back if we don't want the truck. But so long story short, rather than tell you all the stuff, was eventually we got it and sold my Ranger, and we had a brand new Maverick, and it was the hottest thing around because everybody, they were going reselling yours. Everybody was trying to buy it. Don't buy it from us, let us take it. We'll give you $500 back. They really wanted the truck because they wanted to sell it, because they were going to jack the price way up, and they were marking them up at $10,000, $20,000. And I got mine for $22,000, which was just the basic thing and just the package that I want. But not only was it a really good truck, it's really been great, and there's now on my channel 20 Maverick videos that I have done, and we got a lot of hits. But that original Maverick video that I did in short order went to 250,000 views just in a couple of weeks. And I have never before and never since had any sort of response like that. I haven't checked it lately, but it's over 300,000 now that it's got, and it's still going, even though it was from 3 years ago. People are still watching that video because it drew a lot of people in. And I have to say that that one video changed everything. I picked up viewing hours like crazy. I picked up subscriptions like crazy. And, well, let me go on with the script here. This one video did not make me a YouTube partner, nor did it get my channel monetized, but it absolutely did put me and my channel on the right path. We were headed that way. This one video gave me enough play hours to qualify as a partner, but it doesn't work that way. First, I needed to get 1,000 subs. This video stayed big for months, and during these months I picked up a lot of subs. I didn't quite get to 1,000, but I got much closer. I had gone from like 100 or 200 up to 700 or 800, 1,000. So I finally reached 1,000 subs, but by the time I got that, my watch hours had dropped way down below the 3,500 required. So then I had to go to work on building up the watch hours, because that's how they measure you and qualify you for the programs. You've got to get 1,000 subs, and you have to get 3,500 watch hours, and do that concurrently. And what happened was, after a couple years after that video, I finally got my channel monetized. And each month I make a small amount of AdSense money for the ads that are played on my videos. When that running total hits $100, I get paid. Like last month, well, let's see, the first month I made $9 and something in January, and I started on the 3rd, so that was a little bit short of a full month. Then the next month is February. There's only 28 days, and I made $11 and a little bit of change. And then March I made $11.99, almost 12 on that month. And then in April I made $17.56 or something like that. Anyway, totaled for my first 4 months I got just over $50. So if well, let's see, when I go back to what I have this figured out here. All right, each month I make, it should be August or September of this year that I will hit the $100 mark and make my first paycheck. And it's not like I'm living for that paycheck. It's just really cool me to be able to get a check from YouTube for ads that have been on my videos. But you want to think about it this way, is that this will be on a few thousand views of videos when I make my $100, but I did 500,000 views on videos that had commercials all on them, didn't make a cent. So when I, for just a few months, make $100, well, that's big, but I think it's probably 1/20th of the hours that it took me to get to that point to be a YouTube partner. So that's the story with the money. To me, it will be real cool to get a check. I know it's going to be direct deposit into my account, and I will see it if I happen to look it up in my bank account. But it would be cool to say that. But that's not, that's like extra icing on the cake. And you actually get paid for doing this. The best thing is that, oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm monetized. I'm a YouTube partner. let's see. The big question was, could I actually make it? And I did. A monetized YouTube channel is a commodity these days. People will pay a lot of money to buy a monetized channel. That doesn't mean that I'm going to turn around and sell it. I have other plans for it. My daughter she followed in Daddy's footsteps, and she has her own YouTube channel. She does. It's a YouTube Disney YouTube Mom. Disney YouTube Mom, YouTube Disney Mom, I don't know, something like that. They use those words, mix them together. I should have written that down. It's my daughter. But, so she's got a channel, but she's not monetized, of course. But when I get tired of doing YouTube, I'm sure that I'm going to give this Mr. Gibson Guy channel to her, and then she can start keeping that up, and she can make money off of my own videos, and she can do her own videos. Should be interesting because we definitely hit a different demographic in our channel. My channel is about 99% old men, and her channel is about 100% young ladies and of childbearing age mainly. But she does videos about taking my granddaughter, who's also her daughter, but mainly my granddaughter, to Disney parks and making videos with her telephone, her cell phone. So, eventually, she can become Mr. Gibson Guy in Daddy's footsteps and start getting paid for her videos too, because it's something that she could use. All right, so finishing here, wrapping up. Okay, here's my tips. I have a couple of tips for you, and you can use this. This will, what I can think of that would help you. First of all, viewers don't watch to this point in the video. You have about 10%, if you're lucky, of people who start a video will go this far in it. Don't do your pitch on the subscriptions at the end. You're missing 90% of your audience. When you first come on, do what I did on this video. Welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. That's the most valuable thing that you can do. So you want to push that right at the first second that they come on, because you're going to get the most of your audience who could potentially hit the subscribe button. And say it often. You can say it later on in the video, but just realize that you will have lost 90% of your audience if you do it then. But put it right at the very beginning. And my other suggestion is to don't pigeonhole your channel. Anything that you are interested in, think of it in terms of a YouTube video. Think of it as, you're my friend, you're my YouTube buddy, and we get together and I tell you these things on this subject that I'm interested in and you are interested in. You have to have enthusiasm for whatever it is that you're talking about. You can't, give it to Daniel Craig. Well, you can do it if you want to. I don't care. I'm not going to do anything. The most uninspiring James Bond ever is just like, he's kind of mad at the world about everything, and who cares about anything. He's just in a bad mood. I don't know why this movie's sold, but people wanted to go see it, wanted to see him jump off the bridge with the rope, like that was going to work. Okay, so make your videos about anything that you are interested in. Show your enthusiasm. Don't curb your enthusiasm. Show your enthusiasm to your viewers, and people will more likely pick your video, and once they start it, they'll more likely watch it, or watch more of it, or stick to it a little bit longer, because you're a vibrant personality and you really believe in your heart in what you're pushing here, what you're telling us about, and it means a lot to you, so it should mean a lot to them too. Those are the main things that you can do to get your viewers, to keep viewers, to build your audience, to build your sub list, to build your watch hours. And that is what it really takes to become a YouTube partner and have a successful YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your experience is with it. A lot of people say, oh yeah, you can get your channel monetized in a month or 6 months. That's a bunch of hooey. If you want to get your channel monetized, make videos that will stay interesting as the years go on, because it's cumulative. I'm still getting views from videos from 15 years ago. That's what you want. You want to keep getting paid for that stuff. And you can, as long as it's still useful. It's up to you to sell your channel. So, good luck with that. This is Mr. Gibson Guy, and I will see you on the next one.